Hello everyone. My name is Lim Yu Long. Today the presentation of the topic is structural properties of metals and non-metals. And this is the table content. There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine points in this presentation. So we will talk about the introduction first. Uh, in the field of materials engineering, selecting the right materials of a specific application is essential. Young technicians entering the field must understand the fundamental difference between metals and non-metals to make informed decisions. This presentation aims to introduce the structural properties that distinguish these two categories of materials, helping technicians appreciate their practical significance in engineering design and maintenance. So you might ask, what's the metals meaning? Metals are elements that typically lose electrons to form positive ion in chemical reaction. They are located mostly on the left and middle part of the periodic table. The metal has a strong characteristics shiny appearance known as a metallic luster. They generally a good conductor of heat and electricity due to the presence of free moving electron. Example of common metals such like iron, aluminum, copper, and steel. So next part, for the structural properties of metals, you can see the tables for their property and description. Uh, they have malleability, catalytic, high density electrical conductivity, thermal conductivity, crystalline structure. So um, description, it can be hung or rolled into sheet, be drawn into wires, tightly packed atoms. It acetylene conductor due to free electron and it transfer heat effectively with and lastly regular atomic arrangement. So next, okay, we talk about the metals and now is a non-metal. Okay, what's the non-metals? Non-metals are elements that tend to gain or share electron during chemical reaction. If forming negative ion or covalent bonds, they generally poor conductor of heat and electricity. They can acid in various state, solid, liquid, or gas, and warm room uh, temperature and usually have dark appearance. Example of common non-metals such as carbon, sulfur, silicon, and boron. Next, and this is a table of structural properties of non-metals. So, of the property, it presents non-ductile, low density, poor conductivity, low melting, and slash boiling points, atomic structure. And for the description, if very easily understood, it cannot be drawn into wires. The atom is not closely packed. It generally insulators. It more weaker in the intermolecular force. And lastly, may be crystalline or amorphous. And this is a convention table of metals and non-metals. So you can see the conductivity, the metals will be higher than the non-metals. Malleability, also the metals will stronger than the non-metals. Ductilities, also the metal is more better than the non-metals. And density, okay, like like you can see a table is the metal is more something it's more uh all the data is more higher than the non-metal, so he better to make the something like electricity metals. Yeah. And what's the important in engineering to learning the metals and non-metals? Uh, select the material is critical for safety, performance, and cost efficient. So you can see the metals. It mostly used in load bearing structures. The idea, mostly they're using for electrical wiring due to high conductivity, suitable for heat transfer application. And for the non-metals, it mostly used as electrical and thermal insulators. It resistant to corrosion and chemical. In more lightweight materials for automotive and aerospace part. Okay, this is a real world application. Mostly the metals they will be using for the engine block in vehicle and mechanical, gear and mechanical components, pipelines for fluid transport, and the non-metals they mostly using rubber seals and gasket machinery, plastic housing for electronic and application, insulation materials for electrical and thermal protection. So the different metal and non-metals, they all importance in the automotive and uh, using the materials stuff. As a conclusion, understanding the structural properties of metals and non-metals is essential for making informed engineering decisions. Metals offer strength, durability, and conductivity, making them ideal for structural and mechanical use. And for the non-metals, on the other hand, it provides insulation, corrosion resistance, and versatility in chemical application. For young technicians, recognize these different enhance their ability to select appropriate uh, materials, ensuring safety, efficient, and functionality in real-world engineering tasks. And that's all. And this, so thank you guys. And my presentation is end. Thank you.